Hello, welcome back to another Beamer's Bluffers Guide. Uh, Bit of deja vu here, week 11, and we are back where we were at the very beginning of all this, week 1, season 1, 2020. We're back at Lime Rock, we're back in the GP configuration. I said it in week 1, I actually said it in week 6 when we were at Summit Point. This isn't a great track and car combination. It's a very small track. Lends itself perfectly to lower class Formula cars like the Skip Barber Formula 2000. Great combination here. Same with the MX-5. Great combination here. Not so much for a GTE car. That said, we're back. We nearly didn't come back just on the basis of, well, we've done it. But actually, the conditions are quite different. And we've got a slightly better time. We still haven't got a great time, but we've got a pretty good time, so I thought it was worth a revisit. Couple of other quick things before we get going. Firstly, just hit 500 subs. Absolutely chuffed to bits. Absolutely amazing. Really, really, really pleased. If you haven't yet subscribed and you find these videos helpful or interesting, please do hit that subscription button. Please do hit the little bell and you'll get a notification when the next video comes out. Also, we're coming to the end of the season. Do I do another season of the BMW 12.0 series? I'm thinking about maybe moving on to IMSA, maybe running the Beamer or the Ferrari in IMSA next season for my track guides. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Really, really interested to hear. Final little thing is we're still running our competition. We've got $15 of iRacing credits to give away. You can pick them up. If you're lucky, I'll be picking a winner at the end of the month. All you've got to do is A, make sure you're subscribed, B, hit like on the video, and 3, drop a comment below and I'll pick a random winner at the end of the month. You can get the car or track your dreams ready for season 2, which is coming up really soon. So without further ado, let's get down to it. We'll do our usual in-car, slow that down for a second lap with a little bit of light commentary, and then on the third lap we'll go to a far chase mode so you can get a really good view of the car and the track. We'll break down the various corners, entries, apexes. So have fun here this week. It's going to be carnage, really. Let's see how we get on here. Thanks for your support, for watching my videos and subscribing. Really appreciate it. So here we go. After the 3, just for the 2, we're breaking down into third. We're cutting fine into this kind of inside corner, and we're drifting out, then dropping down into second and getting on the accelerator. This is a double apex, so we want to pull in tight here, not come out too wide on the exit because we're right over to the right. We're just dropping the brakes slightly down into second, halfway around the corner, and we want to make sure we're tight to the left here on exit because we've got a tight right, and we're just going to jump off the accelerator just 50% so we can pull in tight to that inside so we don't overrun on the left there. Now, really heavy braking zone here, heaviest on the lap. There's a tyre mark there that you want to watch for. That's where you're braking. Turning in a little bit earlier than you might think, so as we can try and make this complex as straight as we possibly can. We want to avoid those red curbs. We want to avoid that curb on exit. Keeping it straight here, coming out wide, light brush on the brakes, quite tight to the inside curb. We don't want to ride that curb. Use all the exit curb you like. Power down in fourth. And we're just dropping off the gas, maybe even just touching the brakes just to get the front of the car to sit down into the track. And then up to fifth as soon as we can here as we rush to the line. So that was our 48.38. So let's have a look from a distance so we get a really good look at the car positioning on the track. Obviously we want to hug tight over to the left here. And then just after the 3 and before the 2, we're deep into the brakes and we're starting our turn in almost immediately, very, very light on the inputs. So we're coming in, we want to hug tight here to this first apex. And we're going to keep it in third for a good while and then drop down to second. We don't want too much engine braking here. And then as soon as we're at the mid corner, we're looking up to the next apex to see how the car's turning in. We're applying some gas. We're just making sure the car's turning in, and then we're on 100% as soon as we know that we're not going to exit too wide here. So we need to dart back to the right for this deceptively difficult left-hander coming up. So we want to get right over to the right. We want to just get past this patch. A light dab on the brakes as we start our turn in. Again, we're going to delay our turn down to second gear here for as long as we can. We don't want engine braking here. And then we're looking around the corner as far as we can because we need to exit right at the end of this curbing, tight to the left. So we're going reasonably easy on the gas. We don't want to, push ourselves out too wide. I could have been tighter here on this lap. A brief period of full gas, and then we're just going to drop off the gas and start our turn in here. But we're only going to go down to about 50%. And then once we know we're tight to that inside, again, we don't want to touch this curb. These curbs will throw your car off balance. It's not pretty. We can use some exit curb here if we need to. I could have used a bit more. And then we want to keep the car turning round to keep it tight. Avoid this inside curb. It's going to bounce the car. You'll lose time. And then we want to be now looking for this tyre mark that's on the track. And just as we're approaching it, here it is. We're heavy on the brakes, heaviest braking zone. And we want to get down to second as soon as we can because we want to use that engine braking this time. We want to rifle down the gears. And we're looking to the right here. And we're starting our turning quite early because we need to make this area as straight as we can. If we turn in late here, we're going to have to turn left hard to be able to get around the next nook here. So we want to make this as straight as we can, just avoiding those red curbs. They're going to wreck your car and they're going to wreck your lap. Now keep turning in here because we want to avoid this exit curb. It does bounce the car and you can lose a tenth here before you know it. So we just want to straight line it now towards the outside of the track. We've got a very fast sweeping right where we need to avoid the inside curb and it tightens just around the corner. So we're just going to brush the brakes. We're going to come off the gas and we're just going to trail it in really gentle on the brakes. And then as soon as we know we're tight, we're back on the gas 100% way before the apex so that we can exit with as much speed into this downhill for the final turn as we can. We're unwinding the wheel just to maximize our exit speed. Curb's fine, even half a wheel on the grass is alright there, you can get away with that. And then we're looking to the inside curb, we're coming off the gas. I literally just touched the brakes here, just to get the front of the car to sit down into the track, so we get some good grip. I took a little bit too much curb here, but I punched the gas and it pushed me a little bit wide, so I didn't ride it. And then on exit, we're up into fifth. And we're keeping that car as straight as we can so as we can maximise our speed down the straight here. And that was our 48.38. Not the fastest lap you'll see, I'm no alien, but it was a clean lap that I know I can do consistently, and that's what you really need here. Hope you enjoyed that. Good luck racing this week, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.